what's up everyone? Welcome back. In today's video update here for VeChain, we are trading at 0.02368. 24-hour volume, we're at 16% down, and we are 3% up for our market cap. So heading over to the day chart, you guys, we can see a whole bunch of things that are happening on a daily time frame for VeChain. Most importantly, the uptrend so far that we are going to be retesting the 20 moving average. We can see multiple areas where we had false breakouts above this trend. And if we want VeChain to finally break through the resistance line of 0.0244, ultimately we need to be able to hold our stance here in between our 61 and our 50% of our fib. If we're able to hold on to our position here, then we are going to be retesting the 0.0244. Now, this candlestick here is actually really gorgeous here in terms of the body. It's basically engulfing the previous body here. I would essentially like to see the candlestick range to be higher up, especially touching the top of the Bollinger Band here, to really show us confirmation who's really in charge and seeing that overall bull formation or bull rally that we're seeing. Now, there is a few things that we want to proceed in caution here for VeChain. The RSI here, we can see a few peaks already as high as 59 and then 57 here. Now, the RSI so far right now is at 54%. It's matching the same peak here that we had on October 26th until we saw the price and the RSI drop as well and find support at 49. So we can ultimately see that going to occur is going to see price come back down and react at this high level at 54%. One of the things, again, we can pair it off to is the momentum here. Now, it's a good thing that the histogram here isn't decreasing in step ladders, kind of like this, where you can see a dramatic shift every single day. Then the momentum itself is drastically getting weaker and weaker, where we do see here that it did take a small little dip, but not as drastic. If the price, again, is going to continue to come up, we need to have the support of the momentum to come up as well. And that's where the MACD indicator momentum does play a huge factor too. If we're in a dark green coming up to the top of the Bollinger Band and the RSI itself is still pointing in the upwards position, then that two things combined is going to give us the strength to retest this area of resistance. I'm not saying that it is going to break above, but a retest here would be necessary if we want VeChain to continue the uptrend it's showing. Now, heading over to the 4-hour time frame, a few things here I wanted to show you. 4 hours, not 2 hours, essentially is this beautiful uptrend that we have been seeing, creating a lot of lower high peaks. Now, it has been a struggle here for VeChain in a 4-hour time frame to continue the uptrend from breaking from the 20 MA, which is used by a trend reversal here. If it does break above, we know the uptrend for the downtrend has ended. The uptrend has continued on. Not only that, we can see a hard resistance line that is forming at 0.2394. A few attempts here of trying to break above it. Now here, what we see, yes, the MACD indicator switched from the red to the green, which does give us a positive affirmation for VeChain. However, this bright green candle here, and of course, the candlestick activity that we have here as well. Now, keep in mind the candlestick itself has not closed quite yet, so we can't really put 100% confirmation. This is what we think. However, if you see on the screen itself, if we do end in this candlestick, that's an engulfing candlestick. If you follow my channel, it shows a lot of pressure from the previous candlestick, and we can see this candlestick here, the previous 4 hours. Essentially, we can treat it as a spinning top candlestick where the wicks at the top and the bottom is twice the size and the body is essentially in the middle. That shows an exhaustion of the uptrend, and essentially it shows that the bears are going to come back into the market very strong, and we do see it already in this candlestick. So if we do close in this candlestick here, be prepared for a 4-hour time frame for the price to retest the next area of support. And if you really look at some of the candlesticks here, the next area of support is very sporadic depending on the momentum of the MACD indicator. We can see again pressure here, it retraced all the way past 38%, originally at 61% of our fib. So we could hopefully again find support at the 50%, but depends on the momentum itself. The RSI itself may trigger a selling opportunity too if we see these two lines crash or collide past each other. Next, I am going to go into the 2-hour time frame, and I do want to show you here this beautiful double bottom chart pattern. We can see just briefly coming down to area of support, retesting here, coming back down. This here only had an increase of 1.99%. It's still a really good uptrend. And again, we can see more refined in these resistance line of these candlesticks retracing. Now I'm going to switch it over to Heikin-Ashi candles to show us the overall trend here and if we are going to see a pattern or a trend reversal. So normally Heikin-Ashi candles, I'm going to take a look at the candlesticks here. If we do see any type of trend reversals, we are going to see more red candlesticks, okay, which we already see. And secondly, we're going to see a lot of wicks, a lot of tails as well in the candles too. So normally with the parabolic SARs at the very bottom, it shows us a buying signal for the marketplace. The Heikin-Ashi candles will show us if the trend is going to be big, strong, depending on the characteristics of these candlesticks. And normally when the trend switches from parabolic SARs at the very bottom here, what we'll end up seeing to know if the trend is strong is there is no wick at the very bottom. So we see it in this candlestick here. There's no wick at the very bottom. However, in this candlestick, there's a wick, and we're struggling to make another green candle. So already this uptrend is not a good uptrend to be putting in order, in my opinion, guys. I don't know if I should do a disclaimer, but again, I'm not a financial advisor. It should not, anything that I say in my videos should not be taken as financial advice. Anyways, back to the chart here. Normally, again, we do see those shaven bottoms to really judge if the momentum is going to be very, very big here. And this is a good example here. If I scroll down, we see the parabolic SARs at the very bottom. We can see a shaven bottom, shaven bottom, shaven bottom, shaven bottom. Uptrend we know is going to be very, very strong. Here again, we are struggling. So if we do see those hints of these high swing candlesticks at the top and at the very bottom, it is going to signal that the trend itself is not going to be supported in the uptrend. It's actually going to come back down. And this is the area of point of interest that we need to be able to hold in order for VeChain to continue to come up and retest this area. 61% of our fib at 0.0235. Already it's an interest of our 20 moving average. Already it's an interest of 100 moving average. And it is an interest here of our trend line that is angling upwards. So that is my video here for VeChain. I do apologize that my video is long. Don't anticipate it to be long. I just have a lot to say of what I see on the screen. Let me know what you guys think down below. Like and subscribe to the channel as well, but I'll see you next time. Bye.